Let's move on to item 7.5, consideration of appointments to the Big Valley Advisory Council in the Middletown Cemetery District. Let's maybe just start with the Middletown Cemetery District just to move that out of the way, and then we can have the larger discussion on BVAC. Any
Ready to
comments?
move forward.
All right, I'll open it up for the public. Any comments on this item? And let's bring it back.
Move to appoint Susie Knowles to the Middletown Cemetery District.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, let's open up the discussion on the number of applications that we received for BVAC, and I'll allow for Supervisor Pyska or Supervisor Green to start us off.
Okay. Well, I'm delighted that we have so many applicants. And in light of the fact that we need area plan volunteers, I think that's great that we have a lot of enthusiasm here. There was a group that, with a steering committee that did a significant amount of legwork, and so I want to select some of those members. And I didn't realize that Angel Acosta was in District 4. I thought he was in District 5 because he was on the steering committee, so I will recommend him. And then Brian Hansen, Meg Linkford, Joy Merrilees, with the alternate as Greg Pinella. And then District 4, Flaman McLeod Jr. And Supervisor Green and I conferred.
Yeah. So the applications are incorrect as far as the districts that they reside in?
Only as to Mr. Acosta. No, there were two errors I noted.
Yeah, there were two errors.
Yeah, there were a couple errors, but basically because the Lakeport Area Plan map is what Big Valley Advisory Council adopted as its sphere. That does span both District 4, District 5. So Supervisor Pyska and I did discuss this, and there's rough parity between the districts as far as the seats, and then as far as the interests and abilities and skill sets of the people there, and the tribal representation with the Big Valley Rancheria Chair, Tribal Chair also included on there, Mr. McLeod. I think this is a really good set of appointments, and as Supervisor Pyska said, it's an embarrassment of riches. Certainly no disrespect intended to those people we're not going to appoint today, but plenty of other opportunities for input on our local area plans and other community issues. So got to start somewhere, and I concur with Supervisor Pyska as far as the recommendations.
And I just want to say that whoever is appointed, we appoint the members, but it's equally important for the community to show up and participate. And so while we have all of these members who are interested in serving, I just encourage them all to show up and be participants, because it's really hard to have a town hall without the hall. So I feel really confident that they will. And, that participation is just so critical, especially when you have, you take a vote and everybody there votes. It's not just a vote from the board or the panel. So that participation is really important.
Okay. And I really apologize for asking this question. Can you repeat again who the anticipated appointments are?
Yeah, Flaman McLeod Jr., Joy Merrilees, Meg Linkford, Brian Hansen, Angel Acosta, with the alternate of Greg Pinella.
Okay. Any further comments or questions from board members? Okay, let's open it up for public input. Anyone wish to speak on this item? Seeing none, bringing it back to the board. Oh, please come on up. I'm sorry.
I'm Marilyn Holden Reed from Kelseyville. Would you mind saying those names again? Jessica, thank you.
Sure. Flaman McLeod Jr., Joy Merrilees, Meg Linkford, Brian Hansen, Angel Acosta, and Greg Pinella as the alternate.
And as far as the division between 4 and 5, that's 1 from District 4?
2.
2, okay. I just don't-
It's 2 and 2 with the alternate being from 5.
Okay. We have another hand, please come on up.
So I never saw a full map that shows the streets, and so we can really look at the area and just see who's included and who's not included. And then I don't really understand when it extends onto the Rancheria, but part of the Rancheria, so I'm not sure how all that works. So will they be voting members? Will some of them, depending on where they work and where the line is? I just hate to see the power of our Native community kind of broken up and stuck here in this planning committee and that planning committee. So I thought Sabrina was going to be here with a map today. She said next time she came, she'd bring a map with set over the GIS. I mean, it's important for people to know which area plan.
Yeah, and if you go to the county maps, you go to the county website and you go to the maps and GIS, and you can click a layer to see where the area plans are. And
But I
so
can't
all
get
of
a
these,
hard copy.
all-
I have to.
Yeah, you do. Because you have to, if you want to drill in and see parcel by parcel, you're going to have to do that on the website through the.
Okay, so I
GIS.
start at the county and then I go to,
Yeah, and if you want to go up to community development, they might be able to walk you through that. But,
I think if you look at the GPAC, the one GPLAC or whatever we just did, there's a map on there that shows, is it the same area?
she wants to be able to drill down parcel by
Oh,
parcel.
sorry, okay.
because
Staff can show you how to do that upstairs, but everybody that we're appointing today does live within the area.
Okay. All right. And then how does that work where the people that live on the Rancheria, they're not included, but they can come and vote? I don't understand how all that works. So how is it going to serve, how's the Big Valley Rancheria going to be served by this? Is it going to serve everybody, part of the people? Can anybody from the Rancheria come and vote?
Anybody can come to these meetings and participate in these meetings. When there's a consensus vote, you're supposed to live within the planning area. Most, I think, of the reservation is in the planning area.
So the Rancheria needs to
Yeah,
know who
it's-
is and who isn't. It would be nice if you could maybe publicize a map. I mean, I can go upstairs and try and get it all sorted out.
Well,
Okay.
there is a representative who's being appointed, who's on the tribal council.
Flamin, okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Laura Sue.
And I believe in the GIS, there's an planning area or area planning layer that once turned on, then you can easily zoom in, identify which streets. It's not a big blob. It's a very distinct line to show the difference between the Lakeport area plan and the Kelseyville area plan, which the Big Valley Advisory Council uses the Kelseyville area plan.
He's got it.
There it is.
Yeah. You see that check, if you go and see where layers is on the right-hand side, and you check planning area, that'll give you that layer.
And then you can zoom in for the streets. Okay.
Clutch, Johanna.
If I can just add on behalf of the speaker and myself, although it is easy to do it, it's not easy. So I appreciate any request for printed materials because I'm always requesting them. So we're caught in that divide between old school print all the time and GIS layers if you're smart enough to go look at layers. So I'm glad that the younger folks can get there, but I appreciate that not all of us can. But I don't want you to leave here without a map. So the previous agenda item, there is a print version of that map. I'll be sure to rip it out of the agenda for you. And then to their concern about tribal representation, yes, Mr. McLeod is the tribal chair of Big Valley Rancheria. I do believe the Rancheria, although physically located within District 4, the Rancheria has interest throughout the entire Big Valley Advisory Council area, including portions of District 4 and District 5. So I'm very confident, and I spoke with the chair yesterday, that his appointment to this will yield at least very robust discussion and participation in all the advisory council votes, and hopefully will also encourage other people who are non-voting members to attend these meetings, because as Supervisor Pyska said, firing up a committee is one thing, getting other members of the community to show up at the meetings and provide input can be a challenge, as it continues to be in my other parts of my district. So I'm very confident with the representation we're moving ahead here with today, knowing that we're also going to have additional feedback from community members who do attend.
And if I'm correct, there are no more public comments on this item, so I'll bring it back for action.
I move that we appoint Flamin McLeod Jr., Joy Merrilees, Meg Langford, Brian Hansen, Angel Acosta, and then Greg Pennell as the alternate to the Big Valley Advisory Council.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.